An update on what's happening in the TV and movie world. So we welcome in the friend of the program, TV Todd. How are you?
Act like a man. You can't handle the truth.
It's time for TV Todd.
I'm sorry, I was unfamiliar with the intro there, TV Todd.
Forgive him, Todd.
Yeah, what an honor that was. Welcome into the show, Todd. How are you?
Great to see you. The great Jamie Lynch hosting.
I was going to say, I've never, in our radio days, we used to talk, but I never actually got to see you. So nice to actually see you, TV Todd.
Great to see you as well, and all of you. Nice day out today. I look outside and I think, do you really want to stay in and watch TV and film this weekend?
No.
It is kind of perfect outside. But, late at night, Todd, before you give your recommendations, I did finish the Tires series last night on Netflix. Very locally heavy, obviously, with Shane Gillis coming up through the Helium comedy scene in town. A lot of local comedians made appearances in it. Some bigger comedians like Stavi and Andrew Schultz made appearances in it. A short, very palatable, dude-heavy sense of humor. What's the buzz on Tires around the world right now?
It's really good. I read that it got renewed already for season 2, so it was quick. In fact, they picked it up for season 2 before the first episode even aired, so they knew that it was going to be strong out of the gate. And yeah, I mean, listen, Shane's from here where I live. He's out in the Mechanicsburg area, and over the weekend he brought the entire cast out to one of the local speedways here, and people got all excited about that. So I think the show could go for a few seasons for sure.
That's awesome.
Todd, what do you got? Court today? Collared shirt? What's going on?
How about that? Just for you. But VG, I made sure that I'm not showing too much neck.
Yeah, that's a good neck. Good neck. Look, well, you're all serious today.
Well, you know what? I'm trying a new outfit out. I'm going to be shooting a show this week coming up, and I've been asked to make a cameo in the show. So I'm trying to just work on my look a little bit.
Okay, yeah, looks good. Flyers, black and orange.
I always got to be black or orange. Absolutely.
Hey, I watched two things. I watched Lisa Frankenstein. Have you seen this?
I have.
Yeah, it was all right. All right, a little hokey and corny.
You know what? It started off really strong, though. Great soundtrack. I was loving the soundtrack.
Yeah, I agree. Well, yeah, you're old like me. Good new wave old sound. Lots of Cure. But yeah, it went off the rails and got a little hokey at the end. And
it did. It lost steam.
How about Under the Bridge?
And my wife's watching that right now. She started, Todd, she did the criminal thing where she started a series without me. Usually we give each other the heads up of like, hey, we're going to start this. I come up to the bedroom the other night and I'm like, oh, what's this you're watching? She goes, it's called Under the Bridge. And I see it's episode 4. And I was like, again? You throw me under the bus on a new series?
Under the Bridge?
Yeah, Under the Bridge.
Yeah, really. What'd you think, VG? I haven't started it yet.
Yeah, I loved it. It was really strong for like 4 or 5. It's only 8 episodes. They do 2 episodes with a little bit of like flashbacks and time transitions, which are very difficult to pull off in a good way. So it lost a little steam, but I finished strong. So overall, I enjoyed it. I recommend it.
I hate those girls.
Who's that?
It's the girls.
Oh, that was Andrew.
All those girls.
The lead role, the blonde, is so hateable.
Joe?
Yes. It's well done.
Well, that means she did a good job acting.
They're calling you in the chat room. They say you got the court collar on today.
That's it. God, I don't miss those days at all. I have so much more fun now. Going to court was way too much.
So Todd, in my household, the Moana 2 trailer came out the other day. I think I watched it 9 or 10 times at least. Moana 2. Is it going to set some box office records here?
Yeah, it probably will. I feel like every time we have a film or a show even that is released and gets the PR machine behind it, it's going to break records. I mean, I was reading today that Nikki Glazer's stand-up comedy on Netflix is shattering all kinds of Netflix records. I mean, these are records that were set by Chappelle, Rock. I mean,
wow,
we're always doing that.
She was so good on the Brady roast, just picking up steam from that.
Yeah, that was her moment for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what trailer I've been watching over and over again, Jamie, is the Beetlejuice sequel.
Really?
Oh, he's really amped up
I
with his
loved
Beetlejuice movie.
growing up. I think Michael Keaton is twisted between the ears in the best possible way. That was a classic growing up. So what's the hubbub on Beetlejuice 2 here?
Well, the only reason I'm hyped up about it, I mean, normally I don't really get that excited about shows or films like this, but especially sequels. But I feel like they're going to do this one right by bringing back the right cast. I think it's going to have the right sensibility. I think it's going to hit all of us that love the original. And I don't know. I just have a really good feeling about this one.
Jenna Ortega.
Oh, yeah.
That's every time we mention this movie, you mention her. You're a big fan of Jenna Ortega.
Jenna Ortega
JP.
is a really talented actor.
Yeah.
So
you got
TV Todd, my cousin, we know the Inglesby family a little bit, and my cousin had the honor, really, of visiting the set of the new Inglesby Mayor of Easttown-ish Delco's sequel, which is filming with Mark Ruffalo and a couple other well-known actors. They've shut down the Phoenixville area for some filming recently. Is this show going to be tough to meet the expectations of because of the success of Mayor of Easttown, or do you think this is just going to be another hit?
No, I think it's going to be another hit. I think it'll get viewers, solely on the strength of, Mayor of Easttown. Mark Ruffalo's son is in it, and from some of my friends who are working on the show, they say that, even Mark Ruffalo's been out to watch scenes that he's not even in to watch his son perform, and apparently he's fantastic. So I think it'll do well. The question is, can the series continue beyond this? It's sort of like True Detective. Remember what happened with True Detective?
Yep.
Season 1 shattered all kinds of records. Critics loved it. Season 2 fell off, lost its audience after that, and regained it now in this latest season. But I feel like Mayor of Easttown could be going the same way.
It's funny you say that the True Detective this last season, I thought it was kind of I thought it was a disappointing finish. It was so mysterious. And then I thought it just kind of the finish, it just didn't do it for me.
Yeah, I understand that because, I was torn myself. I was torn. I enjoyed the ride, right? I enjoyed the first bunch of episodes going through, but then I was waiting for something more than an average common conclusion. Like, oh, that's what happened? I would have rather had something crazy supernatural. I would have rather been in that world.
Sure, me too.
Todd, I'm real curious. So right now, I just finished on Apple TV, Acapulco. It was hilarious. It also had an actor that I grew up with in Eugenio Derbez. I'm curious if you saw that at all.
I have not.
Definitely recommend that one.
Yeah, and JP, is that season 2 of that show? That's been around for
they're in season 3 now. They're in the process season 3, so they're doing like the week by week episodes. But this is like the one series where I've seen it get better as the season's gone on. This season, you see so much more character development besides the main character, and it's just family fun for everyone.
That's cool. Apple is absolutely killing it.
Doing a good job.
To me, they are putting out the best content right now. I've told a bunch of friends this week, they need to re-up their subscription there because that's where some great content is.
So when can we expect, speaking of Apple TV, when can we expect Severance season 2? I know there's a trailer out. That show is, again, weird in the best kind of way. When are we looking for Severance season 2?
I love that. I love that show. I don't know for sure, Jamie. I'm thinking probably later this summer or the fall, we'll see something. I know they're starting to promote it, so a few months out for sure.
So what do you got for us, Todd?
Well, I was looking this week and I said, okay, Cuz is in here, right? So we can go a little offbeat path that he loves, right? So this week I noticed that there are a bunch of documentaries that I think are definitely worth watching. If you're into documentaries, one that I just started is called Movie Pass Movie Crashed. And you may know from your other shows, Cuz has always said, I personally love either docu-series or scripted films based on businesses, Uber, WeWorks, Facebook.
I heard the BlackBerry movie was really good, Todd.
Yeah, I like that.
BlackBerry was
Great.
amazing. Amazing movie. I love the Theranos stuff. I love it all. So Movie Pass, you may remember back in 2017, 2018 or so, They came out with a card you could get for $10 a month. They'd ship you a card. It was a Visa card, a Visa debit card. And you go online and you can pick as many movies as you want in any theaters you want at any time. Click on it. They would load your card with the admission fee, and you go and see as many movies as you want at any theater for $10. So this docu-series that's out now on HBO, or documentary, it's just a 1 hour and a half documentary, takes you on the rise and fall of that company. And it's really interesting and cool. You sit back at the beginning and you go, how in the world did they think this was going to work long term?
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. And I think in the day and age we're in now, where, listen, the average time period from a movie when it hits the theaters till it hits home streaming used to be about 90 days or so. Now it's about 68 days on average. So any way you can attract people back to a movie theater, AMC does their monthly pass, that sort of thing. But Movie Pass is fascinating. Any theater, any movie, anytime for $10 a month.
Dude, that's a bargain. That sounds great.
It's great. So the documentary takes you through the frenzy of it, why it didn't work. I mean, I love that stuff. So that's on HBO.
Okay.
Movie Pass, Movie Crashed. The other one, and VG, I have a feeling you're going to be into this one. This is, if you're familiar with the Safdie brothers, who they did Uncut Gems, they did Telemarketers, they did The Curse on Showtime.
Mm-hmm.
They're great filmmakers. They have a docuseries premiering this weekend called Ren Fair. And what it is,
man, yeah,
it's not right. It's not just a documentary behind the scenes of Ren Fair people. It's even better, because what it is they focus on this Ren Fair. I guess he's the king of this Ren Fair in Texas, right?
Okay, all right.
And he's
The
an
state
older
fair.
guy.
Yeah.
State Fair. He's
Yeah.
an older guy, the Renaissance Fair. He's
Yep.
an older guy who wants to retire from playing the king, right? He wants to
Yeah.
go out and find a romantic relationship or
I'm
whatever.
so in on
But-
this.
But wait to hear this, VG. So a power struggle ensues among the actors, an elephant trainer, a kettle corn
Yes,
kingpin
yes.
to claim his throne.
Yes. Yes. What is this called?
It's called Ren Fair,
All right.
and it premieres, I believe, on Sunday night. It's a 3-part docuseries on I want to say HBO, but I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, I'll find it. I'll know what I'm doing Sunday night.
Yeah.
So Todd, what else is getting the buzz out there? What else is maybe upcoming or getting streamed a ton these days that might not be something everybody knows about? As weird as that sounds.
It's not weird. This is the time period of the beginning of summer, right, where they don't like to put out a lot of content, because they know that right now, coming off Memorial Day, everyone's starting to hit the beach and that sort of thing. So they like to let kind of May roll through. So what you're seeing is a lot of more quirky, oddball type stuff coming out. And I love that. Like Ren Fair is a great example. There's a show that's coming back on for season 2 this weekend. Again, a little off the beaten path, as you say, but I love it. It's a show on Peacock, I want to say, and it's called We Are Lady Parts. Now, what it is,
I saw the trailer for this I almost watched it last night.
VG, it's awesome. I watched season 1. Season 1 was out about a year or two ago, and it's a story. It's a comedy. It's a great comedy about this very geeky biochemical engineer who is Muslim, and she starts an all-female Muslim punk rock band, and they try to make it. It's so funny because the families are like, "What, punk rock? What are you doing?" I love it. So this is the time of the year. Check out that kind of stuff, because we're going to be getting into big blockbuster season soon, right? And so this is the time to really support and watch the filmmakers that make this kind of stuff.
Have you checked out Hitman? I'm waiting until it comes to streaming on June 7th, but I was going to go see it in the theater. I hear it's pretty good.
Yeah, I have that marked too to watch streaming. I didn't see it in the theater.
Okay.
I did. Just to follow up on one of our other shows, I did go to watch Amy finally, Back to Black, the Amy Winehouse biopic. It was awesome.
Okay.
Absolutely awesome. Yeah.
So you mentioned the big
check that out.
blockbusters this summer. What's the biggest one? Are we looking at Wolverine, Deadpool? what can give that kind of a run?
Yeah, I really, listen, I'm going to say unfortunately, because I think we're just recycling all the same stuff. But unfortunately, I do think it's that kind of, those kinds of sequels. And, the Mad Max sequel is out right now.
Yeah,
and
Furiosa.
I think it's Furiosa. I think it's going to be more of that this summer. I read some stories about what they have in the works, but everything out there is reboot, repurpose, sequel. I'm really getting kind of tired of that. So I'm looking for some really original type films this summer, which I'll come on the show and talk about.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, Todd, can't thank you enough for hopping on and joining us.
Hey, where do people find you, Todd?
Yeah. Where can we keep up to date with TV Todd?
Well, unfortunately, the's another imposter TV Todd out there. So
there's only one?
Dun, dun, dun.
We'll roll on them. Tell us what state. We'll be there.
I love it. I love you guys. I'm on Twitter or X at Todd Schill, TODDSHILL.
All right. Awesome.
Cool.
Been a fan of yours for a long time. So keep
Same
up
here,
the great
buddy.
work. And thanks for hopping on. Have a great weekend, Todd.
Thanks,
Todd. Guys. You too.
See you, buddy.
Appreciate
See you, buddy.
We all silly like the mayor.